Picture this, a silent squash court. All you can hear is the sound of your own breath and the shuffle of the crowd watching. The score is tied. The match has been going for an hour now, and you've worked for this win. You want it as much as you want to breathe air. These next points will define the winner. Can you do it? You serve, letting your racket swing and hit the ball. As the ball shoots to the front of the court, it hits the wall. Smack, just below the line. Down, the ref calls, just low enough for it to be out. The match is over and you lost because you made a small mistake. You underachieved. You failed. As you walk out of the court, the question crosses your mind. Is my hard work even worth it? This was me, bombing the last match of an extremely important tournament. I was heartbroken and disappointed and went back to my hotel room feeling dejected. But when the dust settled and my tears dried, the questions I asked myself were, are you broken or will you rise? Will you pick yourself up? Will you dust yourself off? And will you do it again? The answer must always be yes. Rejection in sports isn't always in the court or in front of an audience. It's more often in the quiet moments when you can't quite get the perfect shot or miss a valuable practice. Think of the most successful athlete you know. One whose name is on every cereal box and every Nike ad, with countless trophies and always wins. Well, the truth is, they don't always win. Michael Jordan had a whole Nike ad dedicated to failure, where he said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning point and miss. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. This serves as a powerful reminder that although athletes like Michael Jordan seem like they're invincible, they're more similar to you than it seems. In his second NBA season, Michael Jordan broke his left foot and was sidelined for 64 games. Imagine how upset he was. But he didn't let this stop him. So he put in the work. He did the rehab. And in his first game back against the Celtics, he scored a record-breaking 63 points. Let me take you back to 2021. Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest Formula One drivers ever known, was set to break the world record for championship titles won by a single driver. He was tied down to the point in the very last race of the season, and a bad call by the refs cost him not just the race, but the entire championship. Anyone else would throw their helmet to the side and stomp off the court, never to return. But not Lewis. He did an interview a few months after the race took place, where he said, some people may let these moments define their career, but I refuse to let them define my career. I focus on being my best self to come back stronger every time. He didn't let the negativity pull him down, but he used it as fuel for his next races. What these athletes have in common is that they didn't let rejection throw them off their pathway to success. They made room for it and learned from it in the process. Most girls in my age division started playing squash at around the age of 6 or 7. By the time I was picking up a racket at 11, they were already winning tournaments and had years of experience behind them. I remember that it was incredibly intimidating, and I would often feel embarrassed when I played against them. They had more than 4 years of experience on me. They were faster, stronger, fitter, and hit the ball with precision I couldn't match. So I told myself that I wouldn't give up. While most people practice for 2 hours a day, I practiced for 4. I played solo, went to the gym, and practiced with my dad in my free time. I told myself that I wouldn't give up until I was the one who was faster, stronger, and fitter. Eventually, my hard work began to pay off. Now, I make it to the quarterfinals in almost every tournament. I travel across the country and compete with the same girls who once made me feel like I would never reach their standard. I want to change how we see rejection. While it is tough to face, it's the rejection that shapes you. It's how many times you pick your shoulders up and stand proud, instead of letting them drop and show how upset you are. It's the drive, the fire in your stomach to complete your goals. Those feelings only come out after you lose. The only way to see how big the obstacle is isn't by going around it, finding a clever way to go under it. It's by throwing yourself at it and coming out stronger than you ever were. Michael Phelps says, if you want to be the best at something, you have to do the things other people aren't willing to do. After bombing the tournament, I came home and knew exactly what I wanted to work on. I knew that the next time I played a match, I was going to be ready. So I put myself to work. I made goals. For example, I told myself I would run a mile every day until I could successfully do it under 8 minutes. When I reached 8 minutes, I moved the goal to 7.5. Most importantly, I showed up, even when no one was there to push me on. I was my own biggest cheerleader. The rejection that I had faced helped fuel me for my next matches. Some people think that rejection means that you aren't good enough, but I think it shows that you care enough to try. Rejection isn't just common in sports, though. It happens all the time in real life. Sometimes you didn't get the job you wanted, failed your driver's test, or maybe even burned cookies you spent so long making. But the important message to take away is that it's not something to be afraid of. It's something to learn from. And you should use it to drive your desire to succeed even more. So the next time that you get rejected, I don't want you to take it as a push to strike you down, but as a push to lift you up. Being rejected is just the universe testing how badly you want something and how much you're willing to sacrifice for it. Remember that squash court? The serve too low? The ref calling down? Well, that moment wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. So I ask you, the next time the universe decides to test you by saying no, what will you say back? Thank you.